Good morning, kindergartners. Today we're going to read Pete the Cat's Groovy Guide to Life by Kimberly and James Dean. Tips from a cool cat for living an awesome life. Pete the Cat's Groovy Guide to Life. Life takes courage, be brave. Once upon a time. To begin, begin by William Wordsworth. If you don't know where you're going, any path will get you there. That's by Lewis Carroll. Go with the flow, Pete. Keep it simple, chill out. That's from Pete. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. That's from Confucius. He was a very wise man. Far out. With friends you are never alone, says Pete. Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light. That's from Helen Keller. Opportunity is missed by most people because it comes dressed in overalls and looks like work. That was from Thomas Edison, one of the best inventors of all time. And Pete says, amazing things happen when you work hard. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's by Wayne Gretzky, a very famous hockey player. And then Pete is saying here, go for it. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that an airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. That's from Henry Ford. He makes lots of cars. And here Pete's saying, Groovy, if you try, you can fly. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. That's by Oscar Wilde. And Pete says, if you want to be cool, just be you. And it says here, cool cat. Make each day your masterpiece. That's by John Wooden. And Pete says, look for the good in every day. That's good advice. Pete says, it's cool to color outside the lines. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. That's by Pablo Picasso, a very famous artist. You must do the things you think you cannot do. That's by Eleanor Roosevelt. She was one of our first ladies. That means she was married to the president. Nothing is impossible, Pete. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. That's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And Pete says, the birds are singing, the sky is bright, the sun is shining, and I'm feeling all right. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. That's from Plato. He was one of the world's great philosophers. With a smile and a little kindness, you can make someone's day better. That's by Pete. And it says here, heartburn relief for the dragon. This too shall pass. That is from Unknown, so we don't know who wrote that. And Pete says, above the clouds, the sun is always shining. Don't talk too much. That's Pete saying that. And here it says, a meowing cat catches no mice. That's a Yiddish proverb. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That was Thomas Edison as he was trying to create the light bulb. There are no failures, just lessons, says Pete. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. That's attributed to Albert Einstein. Being different is very cool. And there is something everyone can do. That's what Pete says. Hope is the thing with feathers. that perches in the soul and sings the tunes without the words and never stops at all. That's by Emily Dickinson. She was a famous writer. Don't lose hope. Keep on rocking, says Pete. Be happy, says Pete, and he's floating in a pool, and that makes most people happy. Most folks are as happy as they make up their minds to be. That was by Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. That's a proverb. It can get tough, but you are tougher, says Pete. A man who carries a cat by the tail learns something he can learn in no other way. That was Mark Twain. He was a famous author. Dude, don't even think about it, says Pete. If music be the food of love, play on. That's by William Shakespeare, a very, very famous writer. Keep strumming. That's Pete. Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible, says the Dalai Lama. Kindness starts with me, says Pete. A well-spent day brings happy sleep by Leonardo da Vinci, a very famous artist. And here it says, It's a Good Day by Pete. I hope you guys enjoyed this.